Today on the Durex podcast, we're talking with two icons who redefine what 40 plus looks like. Please welcome Cyrus Broacha.
I'm 40 plus here, 50 plus everywhere else. And lower body 60 plus.
And Gul Panag.
I have size 26 jeans, I have size 28 jeans, and I have size 30 jeans. I don't know what I'm going to be able to fit into.
Wow.
I can't believe that.
If you had to give Gen Z one clear advice, what would it be?
These are the ones who call me uncle. I hate uncle, man.
And to be able to find windows of intimacy become more and more challenging.
Like now my wife says by maybe June of next year, we can actually put the lights on while having sex. So let's see how it goes.
Keep us posted.
Yeah, I will, I promise. I'll send you
Pictures.
pictures.
Big part of the challenge is women in perimenopause.
So like if you come home and say happy anniversary and she says shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she's angry. She's probably got a hormonal
Yeah.
situation.
Whereas testosterone is influenced by your lifestyle.
Thank you, doctor. Would you like to check my gonads?
What is that?
When someone mentions sex, what's the immediate image that flashes through your mind? Some young, wild, passionate 20-something trying to break their bed springs, right? Well, at Durex, we believe desire doesn't just expire at a certain age. In fact, it seems that older adults are not just still having sex, they're enjoying it more than they ever did in their chaotic 20s. Today on the Durex podcast, we're talking with two icons who redefine what 40 plus looks like. Our first guest taught us that before you can become the GOAT, you have to be the Bakra. He's a podcaster, host, and comedian, the one and only Cyrus Broacha.
Abhay, can I just interrupt for a second? I'm actually an out-of-work actor, pole dancer, and lawyer.
Yeah, but you're also not 40 plus, at least 50, no?
Yeah, I'm 50 plus. I'm 40 plus here. 50 plus everywhere else. And lower body 60 plus, to be honest.
Yeah. You're being too kind.
Yeah. My wife's been talking, huh?
Our next guest is not just a beauty queen, she's an actress, an activist, and a pilot too. She's also the not-so-secret crush of every family man. Please welcome Gul Panag. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for coming. And Gul, it's been so long.
It's been so long, Abhay.
We did a good film together, I remember.
I think one of my best.
Spot on, you were there, it was like, same thing. I liked it when I first saw it, but now when I see it again, I'm like, oh wow, like she's actually much better than what I remember.
I have a similar feeling with the wedding photographs. The first year they look nice, but as you go down, they start looking different.
We
Why
see
is
it's
that?
looking better.
I don't know.
Better?
Some things age well, some things don't age well. You know, wine, for example, ages well.
I'm sure your wife has aged perfectly well.
I don't remember her.
I wish she was here. Coming back to the show. So, what is a misconception about older people's sex lives that you would love to destroy?
That it's non-existent. I think that's a bit of a misconception, don't you think, Cyrus?
I think people just think that the world belongs to youth. I think that's just very pompous and arrogant and obnoxious of them to behave in that manner and thinking sex hum log karte hain, ye log nahi karte hain because they're old. I mean, there's a limit to the thinking, you know. So, but you're right, and you can see it in their eyes if you make a comment which is slightly, you know, towards sexual imagery of any kind. They're almost like it's sort
What
of
do
like,
you know?
Yeah, it's like how why would you?
Yeah,
you know,
it's
go
like
there?
gone and done and dusted.
Yeah.
Although I find it offensive to think that 40 plus is old. Excuse me. I don't feel old.
But even 70 plus is not old. I mean, if people have a libido.
If you tell me you're old at 70, I'd say fine.
You're physically old, but your heart is still young. You may still desire.
That will be young till you die.
I suppose once you're sort of 40 plus, you've also lived like literally half your life. That is a moment for you to stop and think about what you like and what you don't, and that is really that's really liberating on all counts. I think communication is at the heart of intimacy. It can't be this opacity.
Some people never have sex talks. I know couples who I've asked them. They don't ever discuss their sex life in a normal way. Even having conversations with people you know about sex, not a cricket, yes, you know, politics definitely.
Yeah, but
I can't remember too many.
Well, women will discuss amongst themselves, men don't.
We lie. अरे मैंने उसके लिए
मैंने
क्या था? You know, it's in our tone also. You know?
Yeah. Whereas
it's all
women
lies.
will
It's braggy.
be more
It's
honest.
braggy. It's braggy.
But I think women are more honest amongst each other and will discuss perhaps.
I think women tend to be more honest, and they're also at a stage in their lives where they just don't care, and they're assertive on all fronts, including the demand for happiness and pleasure.
Yeah.
Like now my wife says by maybe June of next year, we can actually put the lights on while having sex. For her, it's been a nightmare. She's like, oh no, not again. So let's see how it goes.
Keep us posted.
Yeah, I will, I promise. I'll send you
pictures.
pictures.
With lights on.
Do you know any roadblocks that you may be facing as you grow older?
Well, the male has to get serviced because the performance definitely goes down. So go to your local mechanic and get yourself serviced.
I think
that's what I've
practical
noticed.
things like, scheduling. Like your schedules get in the way, life just gets busier, and to be able to find windows of intimacy become more and more challenging, especially with kids around.
We don't allow them in the bedroom when we're intimate. I mean, okay, on a really busy Saturday,
But,
Is there still sexual curiosity after having kids?
Either you get more comfortable or you get perhaps, more separated. Detached from the whole thing. So the level of comfort is definitely there. There's no embarrassment or awkwardness. And my wife's much better at sex than I am. So once I've accepted that, it's all good. The pressure's off.
I completely agree. I think when you're younger, it's chaotic. There's performance anxiety. And it is a performance. In every which way, right?
Yeah.
But as you sort of grow older, there's comfort, there's better communication, and it's like a curated playlist. It's like you know what your favorite food is.
Yeah.
You don't have to try 40 things to figure out, I like Rajma Chawal.
So has your definition of good sex changed?
Yes, I think so. I think it's...
But can I just say something?
precedence.
You put pressure on yourself with these words like good sex and bad sex. No, because then you're analyzing while... It's just like...
What is good?
You want to...
What is good? What is the good in the good, right?
Just enjoying the
Yeah, I mean,
moment.
it's the moment, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is the main difference between sex today than sex in your 20s?
I think the kids today, the younger generation, the ones that are in their 20s now, they're far more connected because of the internet. But we had to go through a thing called the intro technique back in the 90s, where I had to meet Abhay would be my friend, and he'd introduce me to Sheetal, who's somebody else's friend, and you have to go through networks, and then you have to call people on a landline, and the father would pick up for a date and all that. Before you get into the sex thing, you worked really hard. You deserve sex. We deserve sex.
Delayed gratification.
Look at
I like
the
that,
hours.
yeah. The gratification was delayed on all counts. I mean, today at the thing on your
Button,
smathphone,
a swipe
right,
anything,
yeah.
swipe or work
Let's
is
act like we
different.
don't know.
there.
Oh, we don't use that. Swipe it. Whatever, left, right.
It's all
go here.
there, right? And there is, again, coming back to being, you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want, you think you want something because you've heard about it. And also we had such complete lack of information. It was all about don't do it, don't do all these things. And now it's just, I mean, instead of...
Thinking of the males I grew up with as well, and we discussed these things, we were so excited to actually get laid.
No.
The poor women must have suffered all across the world with men like us. We're just, we're so excited that, forget premature ejaculation, I think we were done before we, actually started the act.
I just think that
that's a 20s thing.
Lack of information, lack of experience, lack of
experience,
life, lack of so much that you've gained today, 20 years.
But it's so ironic, like in a information age, you're most ignorant.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
In the connected
Did you
age,
just
you're
come up with
most
that?
disconnected.
That's good.
Yes, in the connected area, you're so disconnected because the idea of an interaction is a like. It's a thumbs up.
That's how you ask someone to marry you, and they go like...
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah, then you pass on smiles.
Do you think fitness plays a role in a healthy sex life for long-term partners?
So I think fitness is really important for longevity, for enjoying life in the moment, in every moment.
And without sounding shallow as we age, we've got to look after ourselves to
Absolutely.
appear attractive to yourself,
Yes,
firstly.
you have to be desirable to yourself.
Yeah.
Your own self.
Now, everyone's not got her genetics and just looks really nice. No, but
I'm a great makeup artist.
Everyone's not that pretty, Let's be honest about it. So there's a lot of people in their 40s and 50s who may have to work harder. There's nothing wrong with that. Just work on it. Just
Don't
be
let
yourself.
go. And one thing that's really changed, I think I'm going to go back, is that you know yourself better.
Yeah.
So in your 20s, you're thinking of how others see you.
Yeah.
I like how I see myself.
That's beautiful.
I
agree with
like
this.
who I am. And I think that makes me more desirable to me.
I think this is a great point for everyone. Just like yourself
Yeah, I
and
mean,
be happy with
You
yourself.
can't love
and then,
anyone
then
and
you
love
can pass
yourself,
it
as
on.
they say, right?
You've got to
And to your
like
point
yourself.
about performance earlier, I was like, if you keep fit, though, there's no reason why your body can't function like it did 20 years ago.
I mean, absolutely. I think there are people still at very high physical performances, and as long as you keep a combination of cardio, strength and mobility, clearly you only do strength, but
There's also the competitive nature of the beast, both male and
Yes.
female. You do in the bedroom what you do in the boardroom and everywhere else. You're just
Yeah.
very competitive. There are some who are not. And that can be a problem also, I think. So then you can
Right.
see that one is like really keyed up to, let's give it a, this is for the people of India. And the other person is like, oh God, how long? It's like that. So
I don't think I could be with somebody who's
no, but I have a theory.
You know,
how people are at sport, or in the gym, for example. You more or less know the character of the person, the way they're at sport,
What
the
about
way
the person who doesn't give up the treadmill after 20 minutes are over?
But that's really in the bedroom. It'll be selfish. You'll come out. It is.
That is great.
you're selfish.
The
in the
way you
bedroom.
are at sport, you're the same treadmill hogger person who doesn't care about the other person.
And then people are waiting and It'll be selfish. Interesting.
This woman should never get laid.
Or the man.
Oh, sorry, man.
Usually it's a man.
It is a man.
Always
Who
the
said
man who's
woman?
never giving up the treadmill.
Oh, I hate men.
Well, have you become more experimental, or do you find that you don't need novelty as much anymore?
I think novelty for the sake of novelty is a self-defeating exercise.
Don't you have to kind of keep it some kind of novelty, something, especially when you've been married how long now?
14 years.
And you've been married
Just pre-independence.
But you know what I mean, right? Wouldn't you have to find ways to find it some new?
I think just finding an opening in the calendar is exciting.
Wow.
I mean, seriously. I would do other things. I would do things like schedule regular dates, coffee dates. And so, or suppose you come back from the airport and instead of, the usual pickup, your partner shows up. I mean,
that's what
Driving an Uber.
It could be in the bedroom, but outside the bedroom.
Sorry. No,
Right?
for me, experimenting is left hand.
Left hand instead of right.
Stop it.
I just think the spark needs to be kept alive. And if you
But so my
work at
question
keeping
is
the
like, do you
spark alive,
but even today,
movie
like-
dates, impromptu coffee
But does that
dates.
still work?
Yeah, of course
You
it
guys have
works.
been more than 20 years together. It's
Yeah,
not-
I think I like him more when we're apart, and that says something, right? When we're not in the same city, we're just constantly messaging,
You are constantly
and I'm always
messaging.
looking for his message,
But what if he went out of his way and did something for you?
which is what he would do very often, actually. And
But he does
I
do that.
feel that I don't reciprocate enough, and maybe I should. It's a
No, but you don't understand. We are with the same person for 20 plus years. She and me are separate same persons. So what happens is it's a little difficult. The terrain is a little difficult and different.
terrain is too familiar.
Hence, absence makes
How
the
do you
heart grow
find
fonder and all that.
surprises? I mean, I'll drop my son to the bus and I'll come back and then he'll be there with 2 cups of coffee and he said, let's go for a drive before we go to the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, something like that is so unexpected.
All right, this is the question. In your 40s, do you see massagers and lubes as must-haves or must-avoids?
I'm really into new age technology, electric cars, electric planes. I checked out some
a long
electric
answer, Gul.
eVTOLs at the recent air show in Dubai. So yeah, I'm all for trying new technology at any given point of time.
The thing about the new gadgets is that people then don't get into the janjat of trying to organize things or whatever, and you can do whatever you want to do and nobody gets affected and everybody's happy at the end. It's like the game has been played.
Is flirting different after your 40s, and is harmless flirting outside of the relationship okay?
I think it's ridiculous to think you won't flirt. I think people are lying when they say that. But there's just a line you don't cross in civil society.
Yeah.
But people flirt. And without that, what's the point of being alive?
I think I have to agree. It's like skincare, like a nice moisturizer, but as long as it's just harmless.
Yeah, and that doesn't cost you, your house, your
Or your
club
marriage.
membership, one of your kids, both the dogs, and they'll never take your parents.
All right, so as couples become more secure in the relationship, does it lead to a more open mind towards like non-monogamy?
That's very...
Non-monogamy is not for me. I mean,
Yeah, it's a very evolved, if you want to put it that way, sort of situation. I mean, I have no problem. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Just don't do it in front of me because I'll feel jealous. I'm not jealous, but a little left out. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I think it's a very individualistic pursuit.
Yeah.
But there are people who actually think of sex like a game of squash.
Like, आज शाम को tennis नहीं खेलेंगे?
Yeah, it's not, I'm not saying it's, but there are people, that's the way they think. They've just alugged it,
But like, so babe, you have how many kids?
2 kids and you
How
have...
old are they?
One.
So my son is 23.
Oh.
And he's just finished with his, well, he's not finished yet, he'll finish in 2 weeks in Canada and he'll come back. And my daughter's in Spain.
How old is she?
She's 18.
And your son
I have a
is?
son who's 8.
So it's like your kids have gone through teenage years. I mean, your daughter's still 18. Your son is 23. How does one have that uncomfortable conversation about
My family's
sex
not like
and-
that. I grew up, I don't know if you know Parsis and all, but it's a little different here and there. My father, for example, girls used to come to my house and spend the night. And they would, is it okay? And all that when I was young.
And they were your girlfriends?
Girlfriends, but the first time they would all feel a little odd. Like, are you sure it's okay? Because it's a full house, it's not like an empty house.
Yeah.
So all that would happen. But my father, morality, all this ethics and all was not a big thing for him. He was very worried about the fans being left on, lights being left on, bills not being covered properly. Did you get the petrol bill?
So did you ever have to, as a parent, never had to kind of
They
talk.
would-
At least your son, maybe.
when they were young,
the
they were like-
father-son talk, so to speak.
Father, son, no, they're so sharp today. By 9, they know everything. You know, it's a different world because
You
of
have
bloody
2 more
internet.
years for your
Yeah,
son.
man.
And by the way, those parents would lock up the internet and say, I don't let my son or daughter go through all that.
They'll get access elsewhere.
Access, and they'll be the ones who know the most.
Yeah. Access to information is not this like young kids' problem.
But my dad never
Not
had a talk
now.
with me.
And
Did
you were
ever
just what,
talk?
hit on trial?
No, we grew up with elder males around us and all that, but no
You know.
father sitting down and saying, son, be very careful.
Yeah.
What's in your pocket is very dangerous.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. No, that didn't really happen. But I'm sure that, would you?
I mean, I haven't crossed that bridge yet. I mean, firstly, did I have a conversation? No. I went to boarding school, so it was the conversation topic was communal. Like they were older girls, and they were
Exactly,
So
yeah.
a lot of what we learned about intimacy was shared knowledge, and we went to co-ed. So it was not like boys were far,
Alien.
but the conceptually, I think we were empowered because of they being in a boarding school, right? The older girls, the younger girls, you just
Yeah.
know stuff, but not with the kind of access to information that today's generation has,
Oh, that's
and
ridiculous.
not also with the kind of general education that schools are
The
today doing.
information they have access to is, a lot of it is pornography.
And I think that's what's really problematic. From using that as a source of information or education, it's set up, it's not real.
But so did we. We also kind of got it through VHS and magazines.
Oh God, VHS was dangerous, huh? Because your parents are out and you play the porn tape and then it gets stuck when the bell rings. And now it's stuck in there. And your dad's going to be watching something at some point. Oh God, those are horrible.
Yeah.
We used to have a
we
lookout.
kind of, I think it's just, but the deluge of informations.
It is a deluge.
All right. What's the one thing Gen Z gets absolutely right about sex or relationships or both?
I think boundaries. They're like really good at laying down their comfort zone boundaries in the workplace, in the home place, and everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure who Gen Z is, so you'll have to explain to me. I keep forgetting.
I guess your 23-year-old will be Gen Z. Yeah.
All right, so his conversation with me is very mature. It's like, Dad, Mo, Liverpool's playing. I have to stay in one position till the game's over. So
There's boundaries, see?
There's boundaries.
Yeah. Like, I know what I want, and anything that causes me a significant
and I know
amount of
what you
discomfort
should. Yeah.
is outside my boundary.
What's one thing you wish your generation had access to, emotionally, sexually, or culturally, when you were their age, the
I think
Gen Z
information.
age?
Yeah, and
information.
open conversations.
Open conversations.
Yeah.
Which our generation above us, obviously, I don't think had too much
At
of
all.
either.
But like, what is this that I keep reading about? A lot of social media should be avoided when you're 7, 8, 9 years of
Sure.
age and early teen years
But it's
because.
tough.
Because I guess when you're at that age and you're seeing somebody, then you break up and you're seeing somebody else, you're more easy to jump from one to the other
Yeah.
than to see that online. So in one way, information is a good thing, but in another way, what they have is much tougher than what we had.
You mean the heart can break easily? Easier?
No, what I mean is type of information matters. So when you want to know about sex in a healthy manner, you have that information available. But when you get misinformation, that's also much easily
Sure.
available.
Yeah, I mean, I think misinformation is a real and present danger in today's day and age.
Also, the fact that the internet is filled with people who aren't real in the sense that, they look too good.
Yeah.
And then,
But don't you-
average
I
Joe is
mean-
looking at that and thinking that's what I have to be. And
Oh, yeah,
puts
and I think
pressure.
that's causing a whole different kind
and not
of
just with
performance
women.
anxiety.
Well, it's with men.
Do
Growing
you
up.
see it with your son right now? He's 7 and he sees social media and all that.
He
Or you've
doesn't have
kept
access
him away.
to
He
social
doesn't have
media
access.
or the screen as much, frankly.
But yet, if you could control it and you actually have a great opportunity in that sense to give him what you never had or I never had, which is access to the right kind of information.
I think the progressive schools that these kids go to, those
then there's the
conversations are
schools.
already beginning.
Yeah.
So we never had something called good touch and bad touch. I mean, of course, we knew potentially, but how do you teach a child
Yeah.
what is good touch and what is bad touch? These conversations are beginning to happen, and I think that's a real step forward from where we were, because any kind of education which went into the reproductive arena only happened like in class 10. in
Correct. And they
class.
also the teacher used only Latin, the medical terms,
Yeah.
like gonads.
What is
and then
that?
Balls.
Balls.
Oh, really?
You don't know
Yeah,
gonads.
so, we did exactly that. So we left the class using all these words in a
And
funny
giggling.
way. Giggling, yeah. All these words were... So we didn't get the message.
I think
We
also
got-
the normalizing of words. Like something happened and my older dog had to have a
Vasectomy.
she's a lady.
Oh, she's a lady.
So
acha.
her
Vasectomy.
mammary glands got infected.
sorry,
So they all had, there are many of them, right? So, and he doesn't feel awkward saying the word breasts at all.
Your son doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, he's just completely
God,
okay
I thought
with
the
it.
dog was saying breast. I was like, I'm coming to their house.
So he's like, they've removed.
What a cocktail party trick. And now my dog will say breast. Twice.
So my
she's
She can't say breast.
She's
Gender
non-binary.
non-binary.
She's non-binary.
Breast and breast.
She's best breast. So I think what's amazing is we couldn't use that word, Abhay. And my son is able to use that word so comfortably.
Innocently also.
So he's like, Mom, why does she have like 12 breasts and you have only 2? He's just so comfortable with it.
But isn't that the way to actually avoid shame and guilt and all that? Because
Absolutely.
otherwise you're made to feel shamed about your own body.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what's also happening with kids hitting puberty way earlier. And that's also not great for them because your reproductive life is finite.
And I believe we also have a menopause.
Oh, really?
It's hormonal. The test levels go down for sure. A little bit of that.
Testosterone level.
But testosterone, the production of it is much easier than estrogen, so to speak. You can.
It's a balance, actually. It's not how much.
Testosterone is influenced by your lifestyle.
Thank you, doctor.
And I read somewhere that...
Would you like to check my gonads?
If you chop wood chopping... Did you read about that? And if you chop a lot of
boys,
wood...
I apologize.
Chopping wood gives you an immediate testosterone...
Squats? It's the best for test
No,
levels.
I think it's chopping wood.
I think in rural India they said, "Chalo, squat bar nahi hai, to theek hai, ye karo."
go.
There's a lot of physical action that actually raises the test level temporarily.
Whereas I don't know with estrogen, that's equivalent.
I mean, that's
to that,
why the conversation around hormone replacement therapy is now gaining traction. And now that these women are becoming more assertive, our mothers and grandmothers have silently suffered.
Yeah.
Perimenopause and menopause,
and they just
dealt
don't
with
know.
the anger, the rage, the depression, the sadness. All of that comes with the emotional upheaval as a result of the hormonal depletion that happens. The one thing that we didn't actually end up touching upon was in the 40s, a big part of the challenge is women in perimenopause.
Yeah.
The period leading up to menopause.
That's where the fluctuation happens, am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the fluctuation happens and
The
sometimes...
and the periphase.
Yeah, so
and which could last from 2 to 8 years. It could start in your early 40s and go on till the early 50s. And therefore, I think that is a genuine block in the pursuit of intimacy and pleasure because I think women are struggling a lot and they're not able to talk about it and they're not able to normalize the conversations that they should be able to have about the way they're feeling. And they can only do that amongst themselves.
So like if you come home and say happy anniversary to your wife and she says, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she's angry. She's probably got a hormonal situation.
It's not about the marriage.
Speaking of which, as per pop psychology, which is what Instagram feeds you, more women are likely to have a divorce
during
in
that
their
period.
mid-40s because they're like, screw this shit. I'm just so done with everyone. And that's not possibly them speaking. It's just that their threshold for putting up with BS is just now over. But
So
really
do
hard
women
time.
with very nice temperaments suddenly go completely different?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you worried when you go
No,
home?
my wife's been very bad-tempered all her life, so I'm okay. It means nothing to me.
But it is a real and present block and barrier.
But there are women I've noticed who there's an impatience to their answers, which they didn't have before.
Irritability, rage, anger, sadness, just anxiety. Sometimes they're not liking the way they look because they're just puffing up or have immense amounts of water retention. For me, dressing up every day is an adventure. I have size 26 jeans, I have size 28 jeans, and I have size 30 jeans. I don't know what I'm going to be able to fit into.
Wow.
Why have you kept three
different sizes?
Because you fluctuate so much.
That much fluctuation?
Like
I can't believe that.
Like 10 days ago,
4 inches.
I wouldn't have been able to wear this dress. I wouldn't have been able to zip it up. That much water retention, that much.
Day-to-day.
Yeah, because that's what the hormones are doing to you.
How sensitive is your husband to these things?
Over the last year or two, the kind of support without him saying anything, just me losing my thing, and he's just there. In all things being equal, 10 years ago, it would have been a two-way.
You may have clashed.
But you also...
Now he's just like,
now...
he just, okay, no problem, I'll be back. He just leaves the room and say, can I do something for you? Can I get you something? And I'll just be fretting and fuming and I'll be fine 5 minutes later. And he won't hold that against me. And this is with me being aware. Now imagine all those women who have no idea. I have a CEO friend, her and I were chatting. She's CEO of a technology company. And she said, I walked into a meeting and I forgot what a computer is called. And
literally just
brain
blank.
fog is real. And I think any partner that can be supportive to what she's going through is just going to clear the path towards intimacy.
And in case the marriage breaks and you remarry, try not to hit that area again.
What does that mean?
I mean,
Go for
divorce-
like that's
divorce
why,
the other one
that's
before
why
she's
the
married.
older men must
Go for
marry
49.
20-year-olds.
Oh no, that still
what you
comes back.
want.
That still comes back.
Well,
That's what they all want.
Besides her husband, what about you? Towards
Have you
your
been
wife, have you
empathetic?
been able to?
I can tell actually without being insensitive when the wife goes into a slightly. My wife has two moods: aggressive and super aggressive. So when the super aggressive, there's a tone change immediately. It's like cricket. You're batting on wickets which are difficult, easy, etc.
Yeah.
Once the wicket has changed, you have to play by the rules, which is you stay the hell away. Because everything you say will trigger sometimes.
Yeah, because
In
Everything
this
goes out of the window for that
ecosystem.
point. At that point, I mean,
But if you're on that extreme, then do you also fall to the other extreme where you're like trigger and angry, but then on the other where you suddenly feel emotional and loving?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It must swing the other way, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would say the biggest challenge in your 40s.
yeah. From the women's side is also from the men's side to adjust, and we have our own problems, but we never bring it up because
You're man.
we're men.
We're men, we don't talk.
You deal with it.
We deal with it.
All right, so if you had to give Gen Z one clear advice, like maybe in regards to intimacy, what would it be?
Resilience and empathy. I think they just sort of, their boundaries are so absolute that sometimes they could unintentionally sort of walk out of situations that are worth staying in for the long haul.
Yeah.
And also empathy, because when you have boundaries that are so strong, sometimes you don't have empathy for others.
So my advice would be try, abstaining as once in a while.
Don't have kids.
Don't have kids. Maybe you can adopt a dog. That'll
Yeah.
solve everything. So
Yeah.
I would say go slow. Less is more. That's my advice for the millennials.
They're not millennials, they're Gen Z.
Gen
Different
Z.
people altogether.
Whatever. And don't call me uncle. These are the ones who call me uncle. I hate uncle, man. I hate that. They call me uncle, I feel like punching them, but it's not allowed.
Yeah, if they call me uncle, I feel like punching them.
Come on, man. How dare you? Do you like that?
I haven't yet been called an auntie by a 25-year-old.
Yeah, I think that would be a horrible feeling. Why would they do
No,
that?
I don't care. Like I said, I'm at a stage where I know who I am, I know what I am, and I really like myself. And it's taken me a long time. I mean, you and I go back so long.
Hey, by the way, we go back longer because when you came for the
Bakra.
damn... No, the Miss India.
Oh yeah, when I made you Bakra.
Why are you giving
I
so much
totally
attention?
made you Bakra.
Yes, that's fine. Forget that. The point is the connection is
Correct,
longer.
that is true,
But
that
you
is
just don't
true.
remember me because I never leave a mark on women.
No, because we're only in the elevator.
No woman
We're
remembers
just totally
me.
in the elevator the whole time.
Yeah, that's true.
We just constantly hung out in the elevator.
I'm on the elevator.
Yeah, up and
That's
down.
hilarious.
That's a story for another time.
All right, so we're going to come to the fun part of this interview, which is the game. So on this board, we have prompts related to sex. You have to tell us whether you've experienced what is written on
In
there.
yes or no?
Yeah, like yes, I have or no.
Oh,
I
there's
have
no
not.
board?
Aye,
Ooh.
aye. But these are the boards.
Wow.
And the first point, got walked in on while having sex.
Ticket if it's yes.
No,
Circle it if it's yes.
Such a big thing. Next.
Had a spicy video call. Tried something you saw in a video and failed. Had wilder sex now versus your 20s. Pulled a muscle mid-sex and continued.
Yes!
That's where fitness comes in.
I literally pulled out. This was deadlifts the next day. So I had to move on. Next.
Tried something you saw in a video and succeeded. Bought massages for you and your partner. Chosen sleep over sex.
All the time.
Not realized someone was flirting with you.
All the time.
That happens with me.
Oh,
Bored.
we've done it, is it?
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, both of you have 5. Both of you got walked in while having sex.
I
Both of you
have a small child.
That's going to be his trauma. You do realize that.
No, but just
You both didn't realize someone flirting with you.
all the time.
You
That's a
both
tough
have
one.
tried something from a video and failed.
Failed, yeah.
That's hilarious. And both have pulled a muscle and continued.
Pulled a muscle everyone has to have done.
Fitness.
Although
Someone-
he's having wilder sex now in his 20s. Well,
Had wilder
Actually-
sex now versus your 20s as in?
As
on
in now, your
occasion,
sex is
Have
wilder.
you had wilder sex?
Actually,
It's
I
not
would
like
like
all
to.
the time.
I would like to add that as well.
Cheater.
forgot, I
It's just
forgot.
she's cheating.
She wins now that she's got 6 and you've got 5.
Yeah,
But you're both-
that's I missed that.
But you'll both get gifts. You'll both get a hamper.
Oh, we do.
Yes. There you have it, the hamper. And you can see what product we have inside.
What are you taking?
Performer tablets
For men or women?
for women.
Oh,
I
for
think for
women.
me. Okay.
Performance capsules for men.
it's all healthy.
Only 30 capsules. Can I take all at once?
I mean, you might take off on orbit.
Might be not what you want.
I need this. Helps balance hormones for her well-being.
Thank you, guys.
You're most
Thank you.
welcome. Most welcome. Thank you for coming here. I'm grateful for every guest that walks in and does this with me because it is a subject that's so sort of edgy or people can be easily offended, but yet it's literally the source of life. Share what you
Sometimes
shared
unplanned.
and just show up. Yeah.
Hence, we have products from Durex.
Hence your product from Durex.
Thank you, Durex.
Yes. So thank you for being here and doing this with me. I really, from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Abhay. Thank you for having us.
This episode taught us a valuable lesson. Aging doesn't mean the end of intimacy. Bodies may change, but connection and pleasure are timeless and can be deepened, be it through communication or exploration. And Durex is here to help you keep that evolving passion thriving at every stage of your life. The only thing that truly needs to age is a stigma around sex and aging. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Durex podcast for more open, honest, and fun conversations around pleasure, intimacy, and everything in between. You can also listen to this episode on Spotify and follow us on Instagram for more stories, insight, and behind-the-scenes moments. See you soon for the next one. Ciao.